Welcome, my friends, to Shaking the Salt with Dr. Peppers. My bio reads from troubled teen to teacher of the year, 100-pound weight loss, blah, blah, blah. You know, the sort of thing you're working on in your before and after life story. So at the end of the message, stay tuned if you want to contact me for any reason, including prayers. Thank you. And I'm Dr. Peppers, Shaking the Salt. Here we go. I don't care what you say. I am not thankful. I do not like Thanksgiving. I am dreading being with my own family. I'll probably overeat. I don't want to clean up the mess. I don't want to even cook. I just don't want to do anything but just pull the covers up over my head. I am just not thankful. I say this in a bittersweet way because I just got off the phone with a friend who felt that way. Nothing major had happened in her life. She didn't have any deaths in the family. I had just been to a beautiful funeral of a friend of ours from the radio whose wife had passed away while he was in for open heart surgery. And person after person talked about what a wonderful witness she had been, what a great mother and grandmother, how much they just edified Christ in all that they did, and that their marriage was such a reflection of true love. Well, this person hadn't been to that funeral. As a matter of fact, this person has not been out of the house in weeks because she is so deeply depressed. I know there are those of you listening that maybe feel the same way and feel guilty because you feel that way about Thanksgiving or about your own family, or about not even being thankful. But the truth is, it may be something hormonal, it may be chemical, it may be something having to do physiologically with your body, your mind, your brain, or it may not. It may just be that all of life circumstances, the world, things that have been happening in the news, everything that's going around can just absolutely get us so down that we don't even think we can cope with life. And I reminded my friend that I used to feel that very same way. I remember my first Thanksgiving of being married and being away from my home family, being in a new city 1,000 miles away with my mother-in-law and family there, and it just wasn't the same. And I didn't want to celebrate Thanksgiving. I felt guilty about it. Of course, I went ahead and went and had a good time and learned to love my mother-in-law and especially her delicious cooking. But I remember how it felt. Almost like an out-of-body thing where you could look down at yourself and see what a poor, pitiful wretch I was. And my friend said the very same thing. She feels guilty. She feels like a wretch. And then she said to me, I was just reading Philippians 4, where it says, "Be anxious for nothing, but through prayer and supplication." And she said, for the first time I saw that next phrase, with thanksgiving. And she said that just really hit me even harder, because how can I be anxious for nothing, but then going into prayer and having supplication, how can I then show thanksgiving? With thanksgiving, make your requests known unto God. And she said, I did. I prayed first thing this morning. I've been praying all day. And she said, make your requests known unto God. And then she said at the end it says, and the peace that passes all understanding will be yours in Christ Jesus. And I said, do you believe that? She said, I believe it, but I don't feel it. And I said, sometimes we can't go on what we feel. We have to go on what we know. And when you step out in faith, one little step at a time, like I did all those years ago, I put on some nice clothes. I spruced myself up. I wanted my husband to have a nice Thanksgiving. And she said the same. She wanted her husband and family to have a nice Thanksgiving. She just didn't want to be a part of it. And I said, well, sometimes you have to make yourself step out and go beyond what you feel And when you start to realize you might even be smiling and enjoying yourself, and you might just get a glimpse of that peace that passes all understanding. Now, I'm not going to say that there aren't times when the doctor may have to intervene, and there might be things that may be needed to touch up the chemical imbalance or the hormones or anything else that you're going through. But if it's not physiological, what if it is a mental or emotional situation? And what if it's a spiritual battle? You know, we're told that we don't wrestle with flesh and blood. We're wrestling with principalities of the darkness. It just so happens my Bible study class this past week, which my 97-year-old mom is a part of, well, soon to be 97. She says, don't push it, I'm only 96. And she is just the most joyous, happiest, blessed woman, and you would know it when you meet her or see her or talk to her. And yet she went through a grieving and a very down time right after my daddy passed away. They'd been married 70 years. And that first Thanksgiving and Christmas without my dad was absolutely almost unbearable for my mom. So we kept her very busy. We made sure that she was in the middle of a lot of beautiful, wonderful, celebratory activities. And that's what I told my friend she would be doing. And she said she would. And then we prayed, and then we rejoiced. We laughed a little bit when I reminded her some funny things we have done in the past. And, you know, God is like that. He always gives us somebody right when they need them. That's what he did with me when I needed him those many years ago. And I think that's what my friend just needed today. And I told her about the funeral, and she said, that makes me feel guilty. I said, did you kill this woman? And she said, no, of course I didn't. And I said, do you think God understands? And she said, yes, I'm grateful that he does. I said, what? She said, I'm grateful. I'm thankful that God understands. She said, you know what? I'm thankful that God so loved me. He sent his only begotten son to die for me. And I thank him that I will enjoy my family, that I will step out this week and participate and get rid of this negative Nelly attitude I have, and I believe he will give me the peace that passes all understanding. My friend, you may be going through a Thanksgiving all alone. I guarantee you're not alone. There is one who sticks closer than a brother that will be with you, that will never leave you or forsake you. And for him, we can all be thankful, very grateful, very glad. So this week, my friend, with or without family, with or without a place to go, with or without a turkey, with or without all of the trimmings and the celebrations and the family matters, you know, wherever we are, we can give thanks and be eternally grateful for what God has done for us. So I pray you not just have a happy Thanksgiving, but a blessed Thanksgiving. And every day can be Thanksgiving. God bless you, my friend. I'm Dr. Pepper, shaking the salt. Thanks for staying on, my friend. If you would like to contact me, visit saltandlightministry.com. If you want to share your story with me, ask a question, have me come speak to your group, or maybe just request prayer. Once again, saltandlightministry.com. Thanks, and God bless.